Hey there, Mom. I just wanted to let you know that I sent the $1,000 to your bank account.
Oh, thank you so much for doing that. It's always a big help when you send money.
Yeah, of course, no problem. But I had a question about Nancy. Is she getting any better? Do you know how much longer I'm going to have to send money like this?
You want to know how Nancy is doing? Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
Well, I just mean that Nancy went back home to recover, right? After she quit her job because she was getting too sick to work about 2 years ago. I remember her telling me that she was hardly mobile anymore and was going to move in with you and Dad. Anyways, I want to keep helping support her, but I just don't know if I can keep sending money at this rate.
Oh, that's right. That's why you've been sending money all this time. I had almost forgotten, to be perfectly honest.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time before I had to be truthful with you about this. The fact of the matter is that your sister Nancy was never sick at all. She's been living at home, but she's perfectly healthy. Not only that, but this year she met someone special, and the two of them are going to be getting married.
They're going to be getting married?
That's right, and to a really, really great guy, actually. He works for a big company and makes a ton of money, so I don't think we'll even need you to send us any more from now on. After all, your sister's husband is going to be making enough money to take care of all of us.
But just hold on a second, what do you mean Nancy is getting married? I thought she was sick and dying over there with you.
Oh no, of course not. Nothing like that at all. She's just been living her life over here the past 2 years, and in that time she met her rich, successful fiance, and now they're engaged. I honestly couldn't be happier or more proud as a mother right now.
You mean that I believed that my sister was horribly sick for the past 2 years when she never even was? But this doesn't make any sense. I mean, you were the one that told me 2 years ago that Nancy wasn't doing well. You said she was shaky and could hardly move, and that's when you asked me to start sending you $1,000 a month to help take care of her. I was just doing that just for my sister.
Well, I really am sorry about the mix-up, Valerie. The fact of the matter is that we were just tricking you and using that money to help your sister find someone to marry.
You used all that money I sent to let Nancy go on dates with people?
Of course, you have no idea how much money has to go into making sure Nancy always looks good and has a new outfit for her dates. Honestly, if it weren't for the support that you were providing, I don't think any of this would have been possible. There's no way I could have afforded to do what we did with my pension.
But, I mean, I still don't get it. You told me that you wanted the money because things were getting really hard for you. You said that Nancy was wasting away in bed and that's why you needed my help. The whole time I've been living on a shoestring budget while telling myself that I'm doing it all for my sister.
Well, you were doing it all for your sister, and now thanks to you, she is finally going to get married. Aren't you happy that you helped her find that special someone?
That isn't the problem here, and you know it, Mom. I mean that you lied to me to get my money.
Well, who cares what the reason was? It isn't like you didn't end up giving up the money anyways. If you weren't able to pay us when you wouldn't have, I just saw that you had the spare cash and thought of a good way to put it to use.
But that isn't your choice to make. It was my money, and I thought I was giving it to a cause that wasn't even real.
You really need to get over yourself. You were only sending me $1,000 a month, you know. Are you really going to get so upset over such a measly sum?
I've been sending you that much money every single month for the past 2 years. And you kept up your lie all this time, too. You know that I was struggling with this, and you still had me believing it was true.
What do you want, Valerie? A trophy? The money you sent us is only going to be a drop in the bucket compared to what Nancy's fiance is going to be helping us with.
Well, fine then. I guess I don't have to be sending any more money then, do I?
That's right. We're through with you. You can just go and get lost. Consider this my way of saying that you're out of the family. I don't need a daughter who can barely afford to send her mom $1,000 every month.
Well, fine then. I hope that you all get along great living off Nancy's husband's money. But I don't ever want to hear back from you or Nancy ever again.
Hey sis, thank you so much for sending the money again this month. I just want you to know that it's all thanks to you that I'm going to be able to get married now. And to such an amazing guy too. I really am thankful for all that you've done.
Well, there's a lot I'd like to say right now, but I guess I still do owe you a congratulations on your engagement. I'll be sure to send a gift for the two of you soon.
Oh, thank you so much. That really is so sweet of you.
But Nancy, I was just wondering, how are you doing? Like, physically, I mean. I remember that you were having some serious issues a while ago and that it got so bad you had to quit your work.
Wait, what? I thought that Mom already told you the truth, didn't she? Or are you still just that worried about me? You really are too nice sometimes, do you know that? How could I have gone on as many dates as I did if I was that sick?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean, yes, it is true I was having trouble at work and that's why I quit. But if I'm being honest, I was the source of all the trouble. Basically, I was sleeping with my old bosses and someone high up found out and so I was fired. That's all that happened.
Are you kidding me? That's why you had to leave your last job?
Yeah, so I didn't leave because I was having health issues or anything like that. It was basically just because apparently it's against company policy to use company property to conduct your affairs on.
I don't even know what to say to all of this. It's all been a lie. I don't know whether I should laugh or cry right now. This whole time I've been so worried about you. And now I just feel like an idiot for ever even wanting to help you.
Oh, come on. You really shouldn't be so hard on yourself, you know? I mean, sure, you were stupid for not ever checking that I really was sick, but you still helped Mom and I out a lot.
This isn't a joke. I'm seriously upset with you right now. Do you have any idea just how hard my life has gotten because of the money I was sending your way? How many shocks and scares and worries I've had that still didn't stop me from sending that money to you every month? And all because I thought I was doing what was best for my family.
I think that you've done a really great job. I mean, it sounds like you've been working so hard, you might end up the sick one. But at least you can take pride in the fact that you've helped me find a fiance, right?
No, I'm through with you and I'm through with Mom. I never want to talk to either of you again. I won't even ask that you pay back all the money that I've given you up till now. Just please never talk to me again, okay? I'm going to go home and pack up my things, and that will be the last we ever see of each other.
Wait, you mean you're going to be coming here?
I'll be heading your hair soon. I just need to collect some of my belongings at Mom's house. I have some important documents and cards that are in a safe there that I need to pick up as well.
Well, I really don't think there's much point in trying to get those now. I mean, by cards, you mean the card for your savings account, right? Well, there's nothing left in there now anyways.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that we were hiding lots of things from you, like the fact that I used your money to pay off the lawsuit that my boss's wife was trying to serve me with. There was no way that I was going to afford paying something like that, so I just took a little from you is all.
I don't believe this! So on top of all the money I was giving you, you stole even more from me?
Well, it's not my fault that you left so many banking materials and stuff here at Mom's house.
I only left them there because I thought I was the only one using the account and I had hardly ever touched it. But you're telling me that you emptied out my savings account?
Yeah, but there was only like $30,000 in there, so it's all good.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to save up all that money?
Well, you should have seen Mom when I suggested the idea. She told me what your PIN number was for the card right away.
I can't believe that the two of you have been lying to me about so much for so long.
Well, it's not that we're not thankful for the money that you've been sending us. I mean, it's thanks to you that I'm finally going to be getting married.
Oh, I seriously can't stand you right now, Nancy. And you've been like this ever since we were little, too. You always used Mom against me and always had to have whatever I happened to be playing with or eating.
We sure did have some good times when we were younger, huh? But that's just what sisters do. Don't be so mad.
How dare you try and tell me how to feel about this?
Look, I thought you said that you didn't want to talk to Mom or I ever again, right? Well, then just go away so I can enjoy being married to my rich and successful husband. We're gonna start a happy family and have lots of kids. But it sounds like you have a lot of work to recoup all the money you've lost.
Meanwhile, my husband works for Tower Corp and will never need to worry about money.
Your husband works for Tower Corp?
That's right. I guess I really haven't told you anything about my fiance, have I? Well, all you need to know is that Ben is smart and rich and just amazing. Not only that, but he's still in his 20s and already a manager at Tower Corp. He already makes over $100,000 a year. And now that we're engaged to be married, that means that all that money is going to be all mine.
So you're telling me that right now you're engaged to marry a manager from Tower Corp?
That's what I said. I know that you must be burning up with jealousy, huh? Especially after finding out the rest of the lies Mom and I were telling you.
But this isn't adding up still.
Well, that's tough, but I've got to go. I'm meeting my fiance for lunch and I'm not going to let you make me late.
Hey Mom, is Nancy's fiance really a manager at Tower Corp?
Well, look who it is. I thought you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Do you really want to do this right now?
Oh, I do. I thought I had finally gotten rid of you. Now what do you want?
Look, Mom, I just want to ask a couple questions about Nancy's fiance.
And just what is there to know? They've been together nearly 2 years. He's a rich and smart man, and it's clear that you're probably jealous of the two of them.
I'm really not jealous of Nancy at all, actually, but I just think that something is strange here, and that's why I'm checking.
What's strange, huh? You're just upset that your sister is such an amazing husband who is already so ahead in his career for his young age. Did you know that he even agreed to live in my house with Nancy once they're married?
Did he really say that?
Well, of course. He knows what it means to be a good son-in-law. And it helps that he makes so much money, too. I'm never going to have to worry about money again.
I don't know why I even bother with you sometimes, but whatever. Have fun living with Nancy's unemployed fiance.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
No, it's clear you don't want to talk to me. I'm leaving.
No, hold on just a moment. What do you mean Nancy's fiance is unemployed?
Well, Nancy says this guy is a manager at Tower Corp, right? But I've never seen that guy around the office once. So you might want to double check that you really know who that man even is.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I mean that I do remember Ben in my office who sounds very similar to the man Nancy's describing, so I'm just wanting to look into them. He used to work under me.
What do you mean he was working for you? Where even are you working right now?
Oh right, I suppose that I never told you, did I? I'm working for Tower Corp as well.
Wait, what? Since when are you working for a place like that?
Well, yes, and I'm very busy every day with work and meetings and projects. But I do know that I've never seen this Ben guy at any of those manager meetings, and I go to every single one of those.
But wait, so you're at these manager meetings?
Well, of course, I work as a manager for Tower Corp after all.
Wait, what? You're telling me that you work as a manager for Tower Corp?
This is literally what I just typed, yes. I started working there about 2 years ago. And apparently I did a good enough job to be promoted to manager.
But you never told me that. And you've had that job for 2 years? Why would you hide that from me?
Well, I just thought that you and Nancy were already going through so much at home. So part of the reason I applied for the job was because of the higher pay. But I didn't want you worrying about me as well. But even so, it was still so hard to keep up with all those payments to you and Nancy. I had to start budgeting really everything in my life. And right when I thought things were finally starting to settle down, I find out that you've been lying to me this whole time.
So then, does this mean that you're also making over $100,000 a year? I mean, if you're working as a manager there, then you must be.
Oh, I make plenty of money, but you're never going to see another cent of it. Anyways, have a nice life, Mom.
Valerie, are you there? It's so horrible. You were right. Ben doesn't have a job. He told me that he quit his job at Tower Corp not that long ago.
I knew it was the same person I was thinking about.
This whole time he was lying about his position in the company and how much money he makes while trying to get married. How could someone do that?
Yeah, how could someone lie through their teeth to exploit someone else like that?
I don't know what to do. The truth is, I still want to marry Ben, and we had our civil ceremony just yesterday.
So you mean that you and Ben are legally married now?
That's right. I know Mom wanted me to wait for the wedding, but I just couldn't. I love Ben, and I wanted to marry him.
But you didn't find out that he was jobless until the next morning. Well, it sounds like you two have a lot to talk about now, don't you?
But you think that he'll be able to find another job soon, right? I mean, if he was working as a manager there, then everyone should want to hire him. Not only that, but he did go to good schools and all that. I'm sure he'll find a job just as good as the one he used to have.
Nancy, you do realize that Ben was never working as a manager at Tower Corp, right? Besides, I finally remembered who Ben was. He was a terrible employee who always tried to get the other to do work for him.
You're kidding me. And you're really sure it's the same Ben?
I'm 99% positive he would always complain that the work was beneath him and have to pass it off to someone else. And when he would do his work and would point out little mistakes, he would call the rest of the staff stupid and say we didn't understand.
You can't be serious. Did he really act that way?
That's right, so I really don't see how someone like him could even make manager. But I remember the one day he stood up and said he was better than Tower Corp and stormed out of the office.
So, you mean he just left his job at a place like that? Out of pride?
It certainly seems that way to me, yes. And since that's how he left his job, I can't see him asking for a letter of recommendation. But I suppose that even after hearing all of this, you still want to get married to this no-good liar, right?
But you can't be right. I know my husband and he isn't like that.
And just how would you know that? You spent this whole time looking for a rich husband. Are you sure you did the proper research to make sure you found an honest and trustworthy one too?
Oh no, this is really, really bad. What am I supposed to do? Please, I need your help. Do you think I should leave him? I feel like we have no choice but to get a divorce. I mean, how am I supposed to be married to an employed liar?
I don't really see how any of that is my business. After all, I thought we weren't talking to each other anymore, right?
Wait, no. You're not just going to leave me like this, right? Please, don't you see that I really need you right now?
Of course I'm going to leave you like this. Why in the world would I ever want to help you? I thought I was helping you for years, but it turns out that you and Mom were just lying to me. I dedicated the last 2 years of my life to making sure that you and Mom had enough to get by, and really all I was funding was your scam of marriage. If you want money, you can ask your friends, but don't even contact me again or ask for anything. I mean it. After that, I started getting texts from my mom asking me to help my sister. I just told her that if she wanted help now, she would have to pay back all the money I'd given them in the past. Mom stopped texting me after that. I later heard through the grapevine that Nancy and Ben didn't end up getting a divorce after all. Instead, the three of them were living at Mom's place. They have all, however, had to go out and find jobs to support each other. I heard that Ben tried to apply to high-paying jobs with huge companies, but that no one was taking him without a letter of recommendation. Now all three of them are working part-time jobs just to make ends meet. As for me, I ended up blocking both Nancy and my mom's numbers when, after some trouble finding jobs, they began to text me asking for money again. I'd told myself that I'd keep the lines of communication open in case either of them had a change of heart. When I realized they would only ever see me as an ATM, I knew what I had to do. Of course, it makes me sad to think about how things ended with my family, but I also knew that at the end of the day, I had to put myself first. It's not easy being lied to, but showing myself the respect I deserve is the first step to recovery. Mom, where are you? Me and Dad are really hungry. Can you make dinner? Sorry, honey, I'm at the hospital right now. The doctor just told me that I'm going to have to be hospitalized starting today. What? Why? I broke my arm. It's completely shattered, and they told me that I won't be able to move around for a while. You broke your arm? Doing what? How could you, a stay-at-home wife, break your arm? You know, half of this is your fault. What do you mean it's my fault? You shattered a glass cup this morning, didn't you? You know, my favorite cup? Oh yeah, it slipped right on my hand. I forgot to tell you. You know, water got all over my school uniform and I had to dry it off before going to school. I was almost late because of that. Well, why didn't you clean it up afterward? I stepped on a shard of glass that you left on the floor and cut my foot. Really? Yes, do you know how dangerous it is to leave a whole floor full of glass shards? But I mean, it is your job to clean up those things. You're a stay-at-home mom. So you have to do all of the housework for me and Dad. What did you just say? And what do you plan to do when I try to clean it up after and accidentally cut my finger or something? Are you going to watch your precious daughter get hurt like that? So you want me to cut up the bottom of my foot instead? I didn't expect there to be glass, so I stepped directly onto a pool of glass. Then I jumped back because it hurt so much and your father's skateboard was right there. Ended up falling down the whole flight of stairs. You both caused this injury. Wow, do you have it on tape? I'm sure it would go viral if we posted on social media. Stop laughing! I'm injured because of you! I'm in a hospital, for God's sakes! Come on, Mom. Don't blame it all on us. You're the one who was too clumsy to stay on your feet. Who shatters their arm because of a stupid reason like that? What do you mean? And you're overreacting. Why would you need to be hospitalized because of a broken bone? Just come home already. I'm hungry. Your adorable daughter is waiting for her supper. You're gonna make me cook with a right arm like this. Why don't you at least act like you're worried for me? Whatever. I'm done arguing with you. We'll order some delivery. I'll make sure to keep the receipt, so make sure to pay me after you come home. You can stay there for tonight, but come home by tomorrow night so you can cook.
Sarah! Where the hell are you? It's been 3 days already. Come home and do the housework right now.
Do you really think a broken bone is going to fix itself in 3 days? I'm not going to be home for another few months. I did some blood work and the doctor told me that some numbers are off due to overworking. They said that I'll need to stay in the hospital for about another month.
What? Do you think you could just abandon the house for a whole month? I do my job by paying the bills in this household. You do yours. I don't want to hear any excuses. Get your butt home right now.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you what the doctor said that I needed to do. I can't leave until I know that I'm all better, so could you please do the housework while I'm gone?
You shut your mouth. The house is getting dirtier by the minute, and the laundry isn't going to wash itself. Do whatever you need to convince the doctor, and come home this instant.
Are you hearing yourself? You're not a baby, Charles. You know how to do the laundry, and I'm too injured to move.
What did you just say to me? Did you just call me a child? After everything I do for you, you act like that to me? Can't you show a bit of respect for your man?
Is time to heal my injuries really too much to ask for? I even told you multiple times that I needed you to put your skateboard away because someone was going to trip on it. But you ignored me when I asked you, and here I am with a broken leg. It's not my fault that I'm stuck in a hospital bed, honey.
Shut up! You live off my hard-earned money. And if you want to leave the house and get hospitalized, then why don't you teach your daughter how to do the housework? She doesn't know how to do crap around the house. Do your job as a mother and a wife.
Why are you blaming me for our daughter not knowing how to do chores? I tried to teach her multiple times and you stopped me.
Oh wow, it's my fault?
Yes, it is! I tried to teach our daughter and you told me not to slack off by making our daughter do the housework. Thanks to that, she started treating me like a maid. It's your fault that she turned out to be incapable of doing these things on her own.
I don't remember saying any of that to you or her. Stop blaming me for your own incapabilities as a mother.
And here you are blaming me for something that isn't my fault again. Why don't you take this time as an opportunity to learn how to do the housework? That way, if an emergency like this ever happens again, you'll know what to do. You two need to become competent and at least sustaining your lives without me for a week.
Are you serious? Why the hell would I have to do that? My job is to earn money so that everyone can live a happy life, and this is yours. There wouldn't be anything to argue about if you would just come home and do your job already.
Are you trying to tell me that you want me to do all the housework that I usually do with a broken arm and a cut-up foot?
That's exactly what I'm telling you to do. Wake up before the man of the house and go to sleep after him. That's how things should be. Scrub the floors until I can see my reflection on them. And I swear, if you try to slack off even a bit, don't forget to take care of the garden too. I don't want any vegetables other than the homemade organic ones. You signed up for this when you married me, so you better get the job done.
I barely get by doing all of those things when I'm healthy. Do you really think that there's even the slightest possibility that I'll be able to manage to do everything as usual with injuries like this?
I'm done talking with you. If you can't come home today, come home as soon as possible. And if you keep wasting my time with your nonsense, don't expect to have a home to come back to.
Charles, what the hell is this? I just got home from the hospital. Why are there divorce papers on the dining table?
Oh, you're finally home. Well, I need you to sign those papers and turn them in for me. Me and Lisa are already living in a different house.
You haven't answered my question. I asked why. Why would I need to sign these papers?
I warned you a month ago that if you don't come back from the hospital as soon as possible, then you won't have a home to come back to.
Wait, so you're telling me that you want to get divorced because I was hospitalized for a month?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. I would have reconsidered it if you'd come home right away after I warned you, but you chose to stay in a hospital. So this is what you get. I don't need a wife who leaves her family for a whole month while they're struggling without her.
I was only gone for 1 month. What kind of nonsense is this? And what gives you the right to take our daughter with you?
Please just shut up. I already have an idea of who I'm going to marry next, so I don't need you anymore. She's waiting for me to propose to her, so hurry up and sign the papers already. I don't need you anymore.
Wait, what do you mean you have an idea of who you're marrying next?
During the month that you weren't there, Lisa and I had a discussion and came to a conclusion. That we don't need a wife and a mother who can't even do her job. So we decided we should get started on finding a new one.
What the hell?
And we actually found the perfect one. A mother and a wife who's younger and prettier than you. Who we don't have to worry about leaving to get hospitalized. She's also better than you at doing housework. Even Lisa said that she's happy to have a mother who's so beautiful and perfect. She even calls her mom now. The three of us are already living together in our new house.
You've got to be kidding me. You cheated on me while I was hospitalized because I got injured? And now you just replace me with her like I never existed?
Oh, come on. Don't get so worked up. The only reason that we had to resort to this is because you abandoned us first. You basically set me up to cheat on you.
What do you mean?
Look, the only person that you have to blame for all of this is yourself. You chose not to do the housework that you're supposed to do, and you lost your job. I don't think anyone will be willing to take in someone like you, but good luck finding a place to stay at.
Whatever, I never planned on coming home anyways.
What?
I understand what you two have to say. Alright then, I'll sign the papers and turn them in right now.
Really? I thought you would be a bit more unwilling. Isn't this where you're supposed to beg me not to leave you?
I told you I never planned to go home anyways. Why would I ever want to go back to being harassed by two idiots like you? I was going to bring up divorce when I got home anyways. This just saves me time. I just finished signing the papers, so I'll go turn them in right now.
What? What do you mean you were planning on bringing up the divorce when you came home? You're saying that you would have divorced me anyways?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Why?
What do you mean by why? I don't need a husband who attacks his own wife for getting injured. I had a lot of time to think about everything alone, and I came to this conclusion. That's why I would have brought it up as soon as I came home anyways.
What?
Yeah, but you saved me the hassle of convincing you, so thank you. Oh, and also, thank you for leaving proof that you were cheating on me. I'll be suing you for this, which means more money for me. Compensation's on top of half of your assets. I'm gonna be so rich after this.
What do you mean you'll be suing me? It's not like I wanted to cheat on you. I only cheated on you because you left me alone for a whole month. You'll never be able to convince the judge that it's worth compensation.
You're joking, right? Do you think you'll win this case because the reason you cheated was I was left for a month to fix a broken bone? Are you stupid? No matter what the reason, cheating is still cheating. I'll be sure to collect every single penny from you. And if you still have anything to say, make sure to contact me through my lawyer. I'll be hiring one to sue you on this case.
You're hiring a lawyer?
Of course I am. I never want to see you again, even for this procedure. I just took a look around, but this dirty house is full of evidence of cheating.
What?
You have a habit of sticking receipts into your pocket instead of throwing them away, don't you? Oh my, you two must have had an amazing time at a nice restaurant. And a hotel, already. Well, I'll be handing all of these to my lawyer, so good luck getting away with this.
Come on, Sarah.
Oh, and you left your watch collection here too. I'll be sure to take good care of it all.
Wait, no, I didn't leave it there intentionally. I just couldn't find any of my watches because the house was so messy.
Of course you couldn't. I always cleaned up after the two of you. How could someone like you have possibly found anything in this mess of a house?
Give them back to me right now. I bought all of those with my own money. They're mine.
No, Charles, they're our shared assets, which means they're also mine. I won't be returning them until the court case is over and what I get is ruled.
What?
Well, that's that. And make sure to tell me where your new address is later. I'll send my lawyer right away and we'll have a meeting about everything.
Shut up! I'll never tell you.
Well, then I guess I'll keep these watches that are worth years of your hard work. I can't wait to put them up for auction and see how high they'll go.
What?
If you want to keep at least half of it instead of losing it all, then send me your new address. Mom! What did you do? Why is so much of Dad's savings gone? He told me when we left the house that he had well over $100,000 in savings. Sorry, honey. Over half of everything that he used to have is mine now because we got divorced and he cheated on me in the process. I'm sure your father's struggling to get by now, but I wish the three of you a happy life together. How are we supposed to live a happy life with barely enough for anything? Dad even said that he got demoted at work, and now we barely have any savings. I had to give up on my dream college because we didn't have enough money left to pay for the tuition. Oh no, your father got demoted at work? Stop acting surprised when you're the one who was behind it. You leaked that he cheated on you to his company. He was forced to be demoted because of you. I mean, he did what he did, so what's so wrong with telling the truth? Who would have thought that the woman he cheated on me with was a coworker at work? None of that would have happened if she had just given in and paid her portion of the compensation. She kept ignoring my calls and letters, so I had no choice but to reach out to her company. I hate you! Dad got demoted and Molly got fired because of you. Oh wow, I didn't know that the other woman was fired. But look on the bright side, you always wanted an obedient housewife who you could treat like a maid. I don't need a maid who doesn't know how to do anything around the house. I can't believe how useless she is. What? I heard that she was great at cooking and that she was beautiful. That was a lie. She doesn't know how to cook a single dish. She just bought things from the store and acted like she cooked for us. We thought that she was good at cleaning, but it turned out that she was just stuffing everything into a closet. She's not nearly as good at cleaning and cooking as you, Mom. Oh, really? Yeah, so I decided that I want to live with you instead of Dad. I don't want to spend another day with him and Molly. It's driving me crazy. What? Yeah, and it's a good deal on your part, too, because you can make him pay child support to you. You're greedy enough to take him for more than half of everything from Dad. He'll take me in to get paid even more, right? Why would I take you in? And you can stop calling me Mom. Call me Sarah from now on. What? I don't want a daughter who won't even worry about me when I'm being hospitalized after getting injured. I changed the keys to all the locks. You won't be able to come inside anymore. What do you mean you don't want me? I'm your own daughter. You treated your own mother in a way that made her not want to take you in. This is all your own fault. Farewell, Lisa.
Hey Sarah, I was wondering, is there any chance that we could get back together?
What?
You heard everything from Lisa already, haven't you? Molly tricked us into thinking she could replace you. But it was all a lie, and she wasn't even close to what we thought she was. And we both realized how important you were to us.
Too late. I have no intention of becoming a family with the two of you anymore. Even if you were going to break up with Molly, you're going to have to live alone with Lisa from now on.
Come on, don't be like that. It's been a while since we split. Aren't you starting to realize how difficult it is to live all on your own?
What?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably struggling to find a job with a resume like that, aren't you? The only workplace experience that you have is kitchen. No matter how much money you took from me, you can't go on unemployed forever, can you? I got demoted, but I still have a strong feeling that I can make it back up that ladder. My company just put me in as a member of a big project. I'm sure they'll promote me again if this goes well.
Congratulations on that. But you don't have to worry about me. I've already found a new job for myself, and I'm not struggling to get by at all.
What? You already found a job?
Yeah, I work as a maid now. I can use my knowledge and skills in a workplace like this.
Oh, so you're a maid now. So you are barely getting by, right? Well, then you don't have to act tough. I get it. You have a job. Can we just get back together?
I'm not acting tough at all. I get paid a salary and tips, so I make about $2,500 a month.
2,500? You make the same amount as me!
Oh, that's how much you make now?
Why would a maid be paid so much each month? All you do is cook and clean, right? That's not fair.
I mean, the customers want a maid who can do the job really well, that badly. And they're all people who've been through hard times and understand how difficult it is to do things like scrubbing floors. That's why they're generous with the amount they pay me.
Really?
Yes, I clean a mansion every day and it's amazing. They liked how I did my job, so they made me their personal maid. I've been told that if I keep up the good work, they plan to give me raises periodically. It's like my dream come true.
But...
Of course I won't get full of myself and will study and get some certificates so that I can find another job whenever things go sideways. Anyways, I'm doing amazingly on my own, so you have nothing to worry about. I'll never ever get back together with you.
do you hate us that much?
Yes, but I do hope that you and your new family get along well. After all, she's the reason you were able to realize how important I was to you, so treat her well. Well then, let's both enjoy the new chapters of our lives. After that, neither my daughter nor ex-husband ever reached out to me again. However, I heard rumors that the new wife is still horrible at housework. Apparently, the only meals that they ever have together are bought food. As a result, Charles was diagnosed with diabetes and is now spending his days in a hospital. Lisa's been acting like a victim towards her friends at school, but nobody looked convinced since she would always say condescending things about me even at school. They even concluded that she harassed me so badly that I had to leave and that they didn't want to be friends with her anymore.